Today on Studio G, reporter Tommy Laren tells us about a new law that would change lives of undocumented people in Nevada.
Jamie Seymour updates us on what's happening across the nation.
And Bianca Valdez will sit down with Joseph Nicholson from UNLV's CARES Food Pantry. All this and more coming up on Studio G.
Welcome to this Wednesday edition of Studio G. I'm Shelly Salbito.
And I'm Shaireen Lum.
Immigration reform continues to be a hot-button issue across the nation. Here in Nevada, the state is taking steps towards comprehensive immigration reform. Reporter Tommy Laren has details.
Getting a driver's license. It's more than a piece of plastic. It symbolizes the ultimate freedom, the freedom to hit the open road. A bill signed in May by Nevada's Governor Brian Sandoval is now making that rite of passage accessible to illegal immigrants. This measure, which passed the Democratic-led Senate and Assembly, will allow undocumented immigrants to use foreign birth certificates to obtain driving cards, which will be valid for 1 year. To obtain the driving card, immigrants must pass a driving test and prove understanding of traffic laws. They are also required to obtain insurance. The card is strictly for the operation of motor vehicles and is not considered an identification card. UNLV professor and Hispanic studies expert David DeMoore believes the new law is a step towards solving the immigration dilemma.
There's obviously a clear policy need here because you have lots of people on our roads who aren't allowed to be on there under present conditions here, and so if they're driving, they're probably driving without insurance here. So if they are to get into a wreck or something happens there, their activity is going to be probably just simply drive away from the scene or run away from the scene there, creating a bigger problem than already existed here.
UNLV students shared their reactions to this new law.
I welcome immigrants. I like to see people working hard and coming here, but definitely I think that giving a license before having citizenship may be a step.
Recognizing that they're illegal and not doing anything about it when we have policies in place saying that they shouldn't be here, that it's illegal, like in the name. I don't know, I'm not a big fan of that.
I don't really think it'll be dangerous to the road as long as they get the required testing, like they get their driver's license test and they do all the tests that everybody else has to go on the road. I mean, they can't be any worse than the other drivers here. I mean, it is Las Vegas, so crazy drivers here already, right?
Nevada joins the growing list of states including Vermont, Colorado, Washington, and Utah, just to name a few, that are passing similar laws allowing undocumented immigrants without social security numbers to obtain licenses or authorization cards. The national debate over immigration is far from over, but with states like Nevada taking a more lenient stance on immigration, the shift towards progressive reform is becoming more and more noticeable. For Studio G, I'm Tommy Laren.
Thanks, Tommy. Last week, California passed a similar law allowing undocumented residents to obtain driver's license. We will keep you updated on the impact of these new programs.
The government shutdown could soon affect the health of Americans. A major concern is the supply of the flu vaccine. Right now, it's not hard to find a place to get a flu shot in the state, but that could change quickly if the government shutdown continues.
Well, there's a lot of people getting shots.
At Thrifty Pharmacy, the government shutdown is a cause for concern, especially when it comes to the flu shot.
People are saying, do you have it? Do you have it? We're already seeing a crunch as far as the supply.
Pharmacy owner Danny Haynes says while supply is low, demand is high.
Take a deep breath. This may be a larger and stronger flu season than we've seen in about 5 years. It's hard to say because we've seen much more people getting vaccinated. Here you go.
Haynes worries supply of the flu vaccine will eventually run out if the government and FDA shutdown continue.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's a real possibility.
People need to get their flu shots right away, like now.
And it's not just the flu vaccine that could disappear.
All of our drug supply could be affected. Absolutely, because they're all regulated by the FDA.
For Studio G, I'm China Green.
If a nationwide flu epidemic does break out, there's no one to monitor it. And that's because the government shutdown has stopped most of the work at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Bullying statistics in Clark County continue to increase. According to the latest Nevada report card, 1,736 cases of bullying were reported and were more common in middle schools. The Clark County School District advises students and parents to report any incident online. For more information, visit ccsd.net.
Child abuse has always been a problem. This weekend, 2 different families felt the effects of this issue. Reporter Bianca Valdez has more.
This weekend, the 2-year-old son of the Minnesota Vikings quarterback, Adrian Peterson, died after being physically abused by his mother's boyfriend. There was also 2 young twin girls in Texas who were found neglected in a home with feces and 1 blanket in a small room. These issues have brought the topic of child abuse to the forefront. I spoke with the program director of Marriage and Family Therapy here at UNLV to discuss treatment victims would go through.
In the Adrian Peterson case, and particularly parents like Adrian who feel a responsibility toward their children but at the same time didn't have the ability to protect them, end up walking away with a lot of shame, a lot of guilt. Sometimes they might experience something that's similar to like a survivor's guilt. Because they don't feel like they were the person that should have survived.
Dr. Hertline says it's essential to have a good support system.
This is a crazy situation, and anytime you lose a child, no matter the circumstance of the situation, it hurts. Can't describe it, but we got a good supporting cast.
In the case of the 2 young girls that were found neglected, they would undergo a different type of treatment.
Is children experience their way in a very symbolic fashion. They're very experiential, so probably some of the best types of treatment would be what we call play therapy, which is just bringing the girls into a room and facilitating an experience where we as therapists trust the children to kind of heal themselves and play out their emotions and be able to express them in ways that are going to be safe and appropriate.
The Marriage and Family Therapy program on campus is fully equipped to handle any types of these cases.
The student marriage and family therapists are here to provide that type of treatment. We have a play therapy room for kids who would be able, any kid who's been traumatized, we'd probably be able to handle that here.
For Studio G, I'm Bianca Valdez.
If you or anyone you know has been a victim or may need therapy, you can contact the Marriage and Family Therapy Department at 702-895-3106. And they provide all services free of charge. And when we come back from the break, reporter Jordan Hardy gives us details on a program on campus that is designed to help student athletes.
Don't click that mouse. Studio G will be right back.
The School of Engineering, located on the northwest side of campus, offers a wide variety of classes and activities. The Great Hall inside the Thomas T. Green Engineering Complex features an array of the school's accomplishments and work, such as their annual cement canoe competition and bridge design competition that select students participate in. Named after Howard Hughes, this school takes learning to new heights.
King Louie here.
This is Jennifer.
Crystal May Maguerza.
I'm Savannah.
Zoe here.
This is your boy Miles Lowe.
Christian FGY.
Kaylin Hype.
And I'm Jay Luna.
My Mind's Music.
Gonzo Radio.
Combox Radio.
Join us for Happy Hour.
The Miles Lowe Midweek Show.
Ill Vibe Theory.
On KUNV.
KUNV. KUNV.
KUNV HD2.
91.5 The Rebel.
Broadcast on Revcast.com.
The mind is a powerful thing that can affect your physical performance, especially when it comes to sports. Reporter Jordan Hardy just might have a solution for that.
The TOPS program at UNLV is a fairly new program dedicated to helping the athletes here succeed not only in sports, but in life. TOPS stands for the Optimum Performance Program in Sports and currently is devoted to guiding UNLV athletes in the right direction. The sports psychologist doctors can assist the athletes with almost any topic, from binge drinking and family problems to how to deal with anxiety before competition. Dr. Marzell explains what the TOPS program is all about.
All college student athletes who are really just interested in taking their performance to another level. So it doesn't necessarily have to be that you're coming in necessarily because you're experiencing something negatively related to your sports performance or something's going on in your college student life experience. It's really about just wanting to achieve your optimal performance.
UNLV football defensive line coach Michael Gray thinks the TOPS program provides an outlet for the athletes.
To actually get someone else's opinion or to be able to talk to someone who's not as close to them about issues of matters socially or things they might just want to get off their chest. Sometimes they don't want to express to their coach.
Student athlete Summer Crawley is interested in seeing what the program can help her succeed in.
Dealing with sports just in general can be stressful, and school on the side of that and doing homework and exams, it's hard to juggle, and like you need that time management between those, and I think with the TOPS program, with coaching, that would help a lot to get advice from them.
Program Director Brad Donahue is looking to expand the program to more than just UNLV athletes.
For people that are here locally, we've had requests a lot of times. What can I do? I'm not a UNLV student. How might I go ahead and get assistance from TOPS? Well, what we're trying to do is look into options where they might be able to come down and we might be able to get them involved in workshops with some of the existing teams.
The TOPS program is not just sports performance enhancement. It is about people who want to support and guide athletes in a positive light by providing constructive advice and ideas. For Studio G, I'm Jordan Hardy.
The TOPS program is the first program of its kind for the universities in the nation, and they hope other universities will join the movement in sports psychology.
The sport of mixed martial arts, or MMA, is a sport based on strength, speed, and skills. Reporter Farron Enos learned some of the basic moves from a local MMA fighter. Let's take a look.
With the Velasquez and Dos Santos UFC fight happening this weekend, the sport of MMA continues to grow in popularity, especially here in the Las Vegas Valley. I met with local MMA fighter Weston Dushin to learn some of the basic moves in this intense sport. We started with basic boxing moves. First, we found my power punch.
Your power punch is usually the hand that you right with.
Oh, okay, my right then.
Yeah.
Then he showed me how to set up my power punch.
And then,
so 1, 1, 2.
Yep.
All right. Moving on from punches, we learned how to kick.
I'm teaching you kicks.
Kicks, okay.
Yes, but I'm going to set it up with my hands. Okay. So it's just like 1, 2, and then I'm coming in and bam.
Oh.
Just...
Weston was quick to show me the proper way to kick to avoid injury. He instructed me to hit with my shin bone and not my foot. Understanding the basic movement, I tried out the kick on Weston.
Your power kick is going to be the same side as your hand.
Okay, so let's try this.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to set it 1, 2, kick.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep.
Lastly, Weston showed me the move that usually ends the fight.
We're in the mount position.
Okay.
And from this position, this is pretty much game over, because if you get in this position, you should finish the fight.
They're going down, huh?
Yeah. Because if I get in this position, that's like, I did it, now I'm just gonna punch until the ref pulls me off.
Okay.
Just
punch him. What else can you do?
You can also just throw just nice elbows.
Oh. Okay.
So.
That's harder than it looks.
Yeah.
Wow.
With a bit more practice, maybe one day I could enter the octagon.
Thank you so much, Weston, for showing me the moves of MMA. I feel like I could be a real champ now.
For Studio G, I'm Farron Enos.
Thanks, Farron. Maybe someday we'll see you testing those skills in the ring.
After the break, China Green has your 7-day forecast.
And Jamie Seymour gives us the details on national news. Stay tuned.
This is Your House Too. Located on the campus of UNLV on Brussels Street sits Housel House, the Center for Social Justice. A place where everyone can participate, explore cultural identity, share different experiences, and learn leadership skills. No judgments. You are accepted, you are important, and you are welcomed.
Stand up, speak out, and change the world.
Your community's farmers market. Welcoming, lively, friendly. A place where neighbors and friends come together to celebrate their community. With over 50 vendors, organic, sustainable, fresh produce are available just for you. Support and buy local. at Fresh 52.
Welcome back to Studio G. I'm China Grain. I'll be giving you your weather today. So at this very moment, we're at 67 degrees. The wind is not an issue today, and we're seeing some of that California weather that we wish we had here in Vegas. For today, we're going to see a high of 67 and then a low of 54. But check this out, guys. In 1991, on October 16th, it was 96 degrees. Thank goodness we're not there, right? And then for our current weather, mostly sun, 50s and 60s. We see some 40s, 54 in Reno, and then 67 in Las Vegas. And then for the satellite weather, we're seeing a lot of heavy rain in Montana. And then we're seeing a little bit of rain in Colorado and in New Mexico. And then we're seeing some heavy rain in Texas going all the way up into New York. So make sure you look out for that. And then for tomorrow's forecast, we're seeing some consistency with sun in the west coast. And then we're going to have a lot of cloud and rain in the east. And then this is the rain continuing from what we saw in the previous slide. And then for your extended forecast, we're sitting nicely in the 70s throughout the week. And then as we head on to Wednesday, we hit 82. Well, that's all the weather I have for you today. Now let's send it over to Jamie with your national news.
All right. After 2 weeks of the government being shut down, the Senate may have finally found a resolution. A deal to reopen the government and avoid a U.S. default could be worked out as early as midnight. Both chambers are taking special steps to get the legislation passed and back to President Obama's desk before Thursday, when the government's ability to borrow money would expire.
The eyes of the world have been on Washington all this week, and that is a gross understatement. And while they witnessed a great deal of political discord, today they will also see Congress reach a historic bipartisan agreement to reopen the government and avert a default on the nation's bills.
A suspect has been arrested in a connection to a recent explosion at Los Angeles International Airport. In 2 separate incidents at the airport, there were recent explosions involving dry ice. The explosions occurred in areas typically only accessible by employees, causing authorities to believe a worker may have been involved. The suspect, DeCarlo Bennett, was arrested and held on a $1 million bail. On a lighter note, a touching video out of a children's hospital has gone viral. A video made by the patients and staff members of the University of Minnesota Amplatz Children's Hospital shows just how brave these children are. The nurses wanted to make the video for the children to look back on in the future. They never expected it to go viral. To see the brave video for yourself, check it out on YouTube. That is all the national news I have for you this week. When we come back from the break, Bianca Valdez talks to Joseph Nicholson about an organization that is helping all rebels. Don't go anywhere. Studio G will be right back.
The School of Engineering, located on the northwest side of campus, offers a wide variety of classes and activities. The Great Hall inside the Thomas T. Boone Engineering Complex features an array of the school's accomplishments and work, such as their annual cement canoe competition and bridge design competition that select students participate in. Named after Howard Hughes, this school takes learning to new heights.
You drinking tonight?
No, not tonight.
Well, give me a couple beers. You want some?
No, stop.
Come on, just
Stop.
take a drink.
No.
It's just a drink.
I have to drive us home. Can
Okay.
you even walk in a straight line?
Yes, want me to show you?
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Man, what are you talking about? I got this.
Just give me the keys, please.
I ain't drunk though.
Welcome back to Studio G. Today we are talking about the UNLV Cares Food Pantry. Joseph, thank you for being with us today. So tell me, what is the UNLV Cares Food Pantry?
Well, the UNLV Cares Food Pantry is a student organization that was put together about the fall 2011 by some professional staff, a faculty member, and some graduate students. And it's basically a place that faculty, student, and staff can come and get food twice a month when they need it.
Okay, and how did you guys get the idea to start this program?
This is, I believe it was the second incarnation of the pantry. I was not a part of the first one, so I'm not too familiar with that. But this one, basically, the need was there, it was recognized. I think we all felt the pain, in 2008 to 2011, and something needed to be done. So these individuals came together, formed the UNLV Cares Food Pantry, partnered with local properties, and started collecting food, and gave it out about 2-3 times a month back then.
Okay, what types of food are donated?
Non-perishable foods mainly, canned foods, boxed dinners, meats, some produce, not too much, some breads, like I said, mainly non-perishables.
Okay, drinks as well?
Yeah, as long as they're in cans or containers that they don't need to be refrigerated.
Okay, can you tell me about a situation that you may have seen where somebody needs this service?
Sure, yeah. There's individuals on campus, staff or students. A student may come here just barely getting by, able to make tuition and fees and whatnot. And then, maybe at the beginning or the middle of the semester, maybe definitely towards the end, if you're in financial aid and those checks start running out, that you may find yourself in need of some food. So they come by, we give them some food, and that gets them through to the next distribution.
Okay, can you tell me about some of the organizations that are involved with this?
Sure, there's many on campus that have given their energies and time to either collect food on our behalf, collect donations on our behalf. One of the bigger ones is the marketing department here on campus. We have bins in the lead library, over in the gym, and in the Moore Student Union, and we collect food through there. So let's see, in addition to the marketing class, Human Resources has collected some food for us, and I go and pick that up from time to time. The education department, it'd almost be easier to name the ones that don't help out. Everyone here on campus is such a great community that they've all given their time and energy.
Okay, and where can we go to donate food if we wanted to?
To physically donate it, the bins in the MSU, the lead library, and the gym are primary locations, or I can be contacted directly to pick up larger shipments.
All right, that's all the time we have today. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be right back after the break.
Collegiate DECA promotes personal and professional development through competitive events, community involvement, and leadership development.
I joined DECA because I wanted to get out of my comfort zone. So I got to meet people, network, and definitely work on my public speaking.
To join DECA, it's a very simple process. You have to pay a $25 membership fee. You can either come to our next meeting, our website, which is unlvdeca.co.vu.
We're open to all majors who are interested in business, finance, or hospitality-related fields.
I think what a lot of people don't realize, we provide 1,300 hot meals a day through 3 of our kitchens. We have about 650 people sleeping in beds provided by the Salvation Army every night. We have 127,000 of people that we touch every year. It's huge, and people have no idea that we do more than have thrift stores and ring bells at Christmas.
Our community reporter had the opportunity to meet up with a special group of young girls. Alexis San has more.
Let's make a difference today. The Rites of Passage is a 10-week mentoring program designed to provide the necessary tools for youth to become responsible, caring adults.
Rites of Passage means sisterhood to me. This program is giving the young ladies an opportunity to see that women can empower and love and support and encourage one another.
The weekly workshops are a positive way to help inspire and teach the young girls to become the best they can be. Along the way, creating an unbreakable sisterhood.
It feels like we're related. Because we have such a close relationship now that we've got to know each other.
Grandpa Omar, Aunt Kianga. Honoring our ancestors is one of the many aspects of the Rites of Passage program.
I like to give the young ladies an opportunity to honor someone who is special to them in their life, who has made their transition, and to also let them know that they're not in this world alone, that they're actually standing on someone's shoulders. And if it wasn't for their ancestors, none of us would be here.
The girls all come from different backgrounds, but they have one thing in common. They all want guidance and a mentor to look up to.
A mentor is a responsible adult who doesn't judge young people, but guides them in the wisdom of their own personal experiences. It's a blessing to be that person that they can trust and that they can talk to, and to help them get to the next step they need to get to.
I love you. I love you.
You're never too young or too old to have a special mentor in your life. We all need a role model to admire. It's important to share the love. The Las Vegas community can always use more mentors. If you or someone you know is interested in becoming a mentor, please contact China Hudson at miss_pojazz@yahoo.com. So do you guys have a special mentor in your life?
You know, I've looked up to people, but I haven't had a personal mentor before.
See, you guys really should.
I don't think I have either, but I like to say that I mentor my younger sisters.
Well, there you go. It starts at home. It definitely starts at home.
Thanks, Lex, for that story. As the season changed to fall, many parents look for sports to keep their children active and social. Reporter Ashley Schaefer has the story.
Southern Nevada Baseball has it for all ages, from 8 years old up to high school. Right now, from September to November, they are keeping our children active and social.
Well, in general, I mean, obviously most of these kids are in love with the game, so my suggestion to them would be try to play year-round. Play as much as possible, and during the fall is a great time to continue to develop their skills.
Because you get to hit and feel the pitch, catch, and get people out.
That allows them to play in the off season, but it's not super competitive, and it doesn't take up as much time as some of the tournament schedules do.
Keeping your child active is a high priority as a parent, and so is teaching your child to be social. When playing group sports, children don't realize they are active and social.
He's generally a shy kid, so being out with the other boys, you have your school experience, but you also have your sports experience. So I think it's helped him when he was younger to come out a little bit more of being shy.
I know this just last weekend they had a big birthday party and went paintballing, and so they're always doing stuff together, which obviously creates unity for the group. It builds a family for sure.
We travel all the time, and we just like going out, having fun, and playing baseball.
Level Up Baseball is one outlet for keeping your children active this fall. I'm Ashley Schaefer, and this is Studio G.
Thanks, Ashley. For more information on Level Up Baseball League, visit levelupbaseball.com.
Well, that's all the news that we have for you on this edition of Studio G. I'm Shelly Salvito.
And I'm Shayreen Lum. Have a wonderful Wednesday, Las Vegas.